afternoon, everyone. Billy Moody with you on this Sunday afternoon. It is 2:31 p.m. on Sunday, September 24th, 2017. And yes, we are now in the third day of autumn this year. And yes, school is back in session on the West Coast. And for those of you who have not seen Jeopardy, the actual game show, yet, and who are planning on seeing it for the very first time ever, whether you have grown up watching the show or having your child watch it for the very first time, and do not know how the Jeopardy buzzer works, well, I have your answer right here. So, how does the Jeopardy buzzer work? Well, let me tell you. Jeopardy contestants are known for their ability to access a seemingly limitless amount of information at lightning speed, but having the reflexes to ring in at the proper time and ahead of your competitors is what makes Jeopardy a game. Multi-day champs and one-time challengers will all tell you the same thing. It's all about mastering the signaling button. Now, before I can tell you how it all goes down, let me tell you this. For the very first season of Jeopardy that premiered in September 1984, contestants can ring in contestants can ring in when they see the answer on the board. They get No, let me start over. The contestants, when the contestant sees the clue, they can ring in with their response permanently. But however, once they reveal the answer on the board, throughout the first season back in 1984, contestants are free to ring in whether they see the answer, and they have to be very careful because remember, contestants need, as always, need to rephrase the response in the form of a question. But however, from the second season back in 1985 all the way to this day, contestants can only ring in after the clue has been read. That is the one thing that everyone knows about. So now, here's how it all goes down. I do apologize for stuttering a little bit, guys, but as I said, throughout the first season of Jeopardy in 1984, contestants are free to ring in once the clue has been revealed. But however, throughout the second season to today, the contestants can only ring in after the clue has been read. So here's how it all goes down. The first thing to know is that Alex Trebek must finish reading the clue before the signaling devices are activated. In the early days of the show, contestants could ring in at any time that led to a lot of quick guesses, negative scores, and general confusion. Now, as soon as Alex has finished reading the last syllable and the last word, a staff member sitting offstage presses a button that serves two functions. As you guys can see on this screen right here, the enable button on the blue enable button on the left hand side, and the black button that has the clear sign on it that reveals when the logout device has been locked out. First, it eliminates a series of lights on both sides of the game board to let the contestants know that their devices are now armed and they can ring in. For viewers at home, the text of the clue is still on screen. So unless you have been to a taping of the show in Los Angeles, you've never seen the indicator lights. This is what they look like on screen. Here it is. You guys see all the You guys can see all the dollar amounts on the screen on this display, from the $200 to $1,000 in the Jeopardy round, which has one daily double. But you guys can see the categories up on the screens, which are USA, United States of America, biology, celebrity siblings, 6-letter words, it's a fact, and do the math. Now, simultaneously, the system that controls the signaling devices is engaged. The system works by detecting the first signal it receives after the system is armed and ignoring subsequent signals. Then it shows who has rung in first by lighting up the contestant's podium. You guys can see right here. So you guys can see the red lights on the screen. Now, if the contestant attempts to ring in before the game board lights activate, the system locks out their signal for a quarter of a second. This quarter-second lockout works like a digital policeman that keeps the game flowing. So the game is flowing. What happens next? Well, if the contestant responds correctly, the stage tech resets the system for the next clue. If response is rooted incorrect by Alex, then the system is rearmed. The other two contestants' signaling devices are then reset, and the game board lights up to let them know that they may now respond. Now, why do I see some contestants hitting the buzzer but not getting in? Well, with such critical timing and so much at stake, there is always a chance that all three contestants may attempt to ring in before the system is armed. That's why I instruct contestants to keep hitting the buzzer until they see the confirmation light on their podium or until Alex calls on one of them. With the precise engineering on the signaling devices, we're taking great care to ensure that the game runs smoothly and that every contestant gets an equal chance to respond. Hopefully, it gets them to relax a bit, knowing the lightning reflexes and flexible thumbs are just as important to the game as having staggering amounts of knowledge about a vast array of subjects. Simple, right? Well, that's how the signaling devices work on Jeopardy, but you guys will see it how it works tomorrow. But as Jeopardy begins its third week of its 34th season starting tomorrow, and hopefully you guys can see what goes around when the clues have been revealed on the stage. But however, if you do end up going to see Jeopardy in person at the Sony Picture Studios up in Culver City, California, you know how the lights work. Now, we'll see y'all next time. But I can tell them in next video coming up will be a very special video you guys definitely do not want to miss. It's definitely going to be a virtual set tour you guys do not want to miss. So stick around for that, won't you?